Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Radvanshi and I welcome you all in our today's class, that is English class of class 9th. So students, in the previous video, we have completed reading with our poem number 6 from the book Beehive. The name of the poem is No Men Are Foreign, okay. So it is very simple, very easy poem, but this poem is having a very big, a very important message for all of us, okay. So I am very much sure that the explanation part that we have done and all the literary devices that we have discussed in the previous video, everything is clear to you all, okay. And in today's video we will see the comprehension part, we will solve the questions, right. But first of all we will see the summary of the poem so that one more time we can revise the central idea, or we can say the theme of the poem, okay. So let's start today's video with the summary of the poem. Clear? In the poem No Men Are Foreign, the poet says that we always think other people to be stranger and different, okay. So in the poem, the point that is no men are foreign. So in this poem the poet is saying that we always think that other people are stranger, they are different from us, okay. The poet reminds us to many ways which we are all the same, as we all are humans, okay. But in the poem the poet is presenting a lot of ways, okay, and on the basis of those ways we can say that we all are same, we are not different, but we all are same. Why? Because we all are humans, okay. And the poet is reminding this thing again and again in the poem. Clear? The poet describes and presents a lot of similarity in all the human beings, okay. And throughout the poem the poet is presenting a lot of similarity, okay. He is giving a lot of examples, okay, that you are not different, but all the human beings, they are same, they are similar, okay. So he is presenting a lot of similarity, okay, in all the human beings. Clear? He says that all people use the same earth, the same air and water, okay. And to present the similarity, he is saying in the poem that all the people, regardless of the fact that they are from which country, right, we all the people use the same earth, the same air and the same water, okay. So the poet actually wanted to say that natural beauty, natural objects, or we can say the nature is same throughout the world, okay. All the people, all the human beings in the entire world, all are using the same land, the same earth, okay, same air and same water bodies are there throughout the world, okay. All have same appearance with same eyes and hand, okay. After that the poet was presenting similarity in the physical appearance, or we can say in the physical structures of the human beings, right. And he is saying that we all human beings are having same eyes and same hands, okay. So he is actually trying to say that nature, or we can say God, does not create any kind of discriminations between human beings, okay. जो नेचर है वो सेम है थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड, ओके. और जब गॉड ने ह्यूमंस को क्रिएट किया था, सो ही क्रिएटेड ऑल द ह्यूमन बीइंग्स एग्जैक्टली सेम, राइट. उन्होंने किसी भी तरह का डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं रखा, किसी भी तरह का डिस्टिंक्शन नहीं रखा है, ओके. सो जो नेचर है, गॉड है, उन्होंने कोई डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं किया है, ओके. सो वी शुड नॉट हेट पीपल बिलोंगिंग टू अदर रिलीजन्स, कास्ट एंड रेस, ओके. सो द पॉइंट is saying that we should not to hate other people just because of the thing that they are having a different religion, a different caste, or we can say a different race, okay. We should love and respect everyone regardless of the difference, okay. But in our heart, in our mind, there should be love, there should be respect, there should be harmony, okay. Regardless of all these differences that they are having other skin color, they are from the other country, right, they are having some other religions, other caste, other race, okay. So regardless of all these differences, there should be love, there should be respect, and there should be harmony in our heart, in our mind, okay. The poet says that if we can realize that they are like us, there will be no more wars on this earth, okay. And then later on in the poem, the poet is saying that if we can realize this thing, okay, and if we will understand this thing, we will accept this thing that we all are human beings and we all are same, we all are similar, okay, then on this earth there will be no more wars, there will be no more fight, or we can say there will be no more violence on this earth, okay. During a war, both the parties must bear the loss. Okay, and you know in the poem poet ने ये भी present किया है कि जो war है that is not at all beneficial, right? उसे किसी को भी benefit नहीं मिलता है, and both the parties, okay, जो war में you know involve है, okay, so दोनों ही parties को बहुत ज़्यादा loss होता है, benefit or we can say profit किसी को भी नहीं होता है, because war is not at all beneficial to anyone. Okay, that is why war is not in our favor. Okay, it leads to a lot of bloodshed and death. Okay, so this is the reason that war is not at all in our favor. Okay, and because of war there is a lot of bloodshed and a lot of death because of this violence that is war. Okay, thus in the poem the poet emphasizes on the fact that all the people living on this earth are the same. Okay, so by giving all this similarity, the poet actually trying to emphasize on this fact that we all are human beings. Okay, and we all are exactly same, right? The entire earth is one, and all the people who live on this earth belong to one human race. Okay, so the poet is saying that you know the entire earth is one, or we can say the entire land is one. Okay, and all the human beings, or we can say all the people who are living on this earth, who are living on this land, okay, they belong to one human race. Okay, they all are human beings. Clear? So they should be love, respect and harmony. Okay, so because we all are human beings, because we use the same earth, we use the same land, okay, and we all belong to a same human race. Okay, so this is the reason there should be love, there should be harmony and there should be respect in our mind, in our heart. Okay, so this is the poem. Okay, this is a summary of the poem, and this is the message that the poet is he is able to convey this message through this poem. Clear? So I hope the summary of the poem is very much clear to you all. Now let's start the questions. Question first. Beneath all uniforms, what uniforms do you think the poet is speaking about? Okay, so in this very first question, first of all we are given with one line from the poem. Okay, so the line is beneath all uniforms. Okay, so I am very much sure that you all remember this line from the poem. So now the question is that what uniforms do you think the poet is speaking about? Okay, so we have to tell that you know this word uniform, इस word को use करके poet actual में you know किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, किस uniforms को के बारे में वो you know बताना चाह रहे हैं. Okay, so when we were doing the explanation part, we have discussed this word uniform, right? So I am very much sure that you all are aware. So let's see the answer. The poet is probably speaking about the various dresses that people of different countries wear, or the different uniforms of soldiers of different countries. Okay, so as we have discussed earlier, so it is quite possible that you know the poet is speaking about the various dresses, okay, that people of different countries wear. Okay, so we have seen the picture also, right, that you know each and every country they are having their own culture. Okay, and according to that culture the citizens of that country, right, they wear a very particular dress. Okay, so maybe the poet is talking about that particular dress of different countries, or there is one more possibility that the poet is talking about the different uniforms of soldiers, okay, of different countries. Okay, so each and every country they are having different kind of uniforms for their soldiers. Okay, so maybe the poet is talking about the different kinds of dresses, okay, or maybe he is talking about the different kinds of uniforms of the soldiers, right? Beneath these dresses human body is the same. Okay, but what is the idea of the poem or that the poet is presenting here? So the idea is that you know beneath all these dresses the human body that breathes, okay, that is same, that is exactly same, there is no difference. Okay, so outwardly we can say that yes we are having you know different kinds of clothes, different kinds of dresses, okay, but beneath those dresses the human body that is there, that body is exactly same. Okay, so there is no difference in that human body that breathes beneath all these uniforms, beneath all these dresses. Clear? Second question, how does the poet suggest that all people on earth are the same? Okay, so in this question we have to tell that you know how does the poet was able to give this idea that all the people that are living on this earth they are exactly same. Okay, so let's see the answer. The poet suggests that all people on earth are the same as all of us breathe and live in the same way. Okay, when we will die we will be buried under the same earth. Okay, so why we all human human beings are exactly same, because you know the way we all live, we all breathe is the exactly same, okay. We all breathe the same air, we live in the same way, we live on the same land, we live on the same earth, okay. And after the death we all will be buried in the same land, in the same earth, okay. So because of these reasons we can say that yes, we all are human beings and we all are exactly same, there is no difference, okay. All share the air, water and warmth of sun equally to survive, right. And apart from that, you know, the we can say the nature or natural beauty or natural objects are also same, okay. So whether it is air, it is water, or we can say the sun, okay. So all these natural objects are same, right. Each one of us prospers at the same time of peace and suffers when there is war, okay. And one more similarity is there, that you know, when there is peace, when there is no war, okay, then prosperity is there, okay, and we all are having enough quantity of food to eat, right. But when there is war, then all the people suffer, all the people die because of hunger. Clear? We all are same, the way we wake, sleep, hate, love and labor, okay. And we all are having same feelings, same emotions, okay. We all wake, we all sleep, we all hate, we all love, and we all do a lot of hard work in our life, okay. So there is no difference, there is a common life, okay. So wherever you go in this entire world, in any country, right, so we will find a common life there, right. So you will find that yes, there is no difference, because everything is you know, same, okay. Natural objects are same everywhere, okay. Human beings are same, so we can say that yes, there is a common life throughout the world, okay. Next question. In stanza first, find 5 ways in which we all are alike. Pick out the words, okay. So in this question we have to read stanza 1, okay, and after reading stanza 1 we have to tell, find ways, okay, in which we all are alike, okay. So in this question we have to pick out the words, we have to write those 5 words, okay. So let's see the answer. Words which suggest the 5 ways in which we all are alike are, okay. So we have to pick out 5 words from stanza first, okay. So let's see. First is no man are strange, second is no country is foreign, right. Third is a single body breeze, okay. Fourth is the land our brothers walked upon, and the last one is earth like this in which we all shall lie, okay. So all these 5 words are from the stanza 1, okay, and these are the words that show that yes, we all are human beings and we all are exactly same. Clear? Next question. How many common features can you find in stanza second? Pick out the words, okay. So in this question now we have to read stanza second, okay, and we have to tell that in stanza second how many common features are there, okay, and we have to pick out and we have to write those words here in the answer, okay. So let's see the answer. There are 5 common features in stanza second, okay. So after reading stanza second we can write, you know, 5 features, 5 common features, okay, and they are the sun, the air, the water, peaceful harvest, hands and the labor, okay. So these 5 are the common feature, okay. ऐसी qualities है जो कि you know throughout the word exactly same है, okay. So what are those 5 words? They are the sun, the air, the water, peaceful harvest, hands and the labor, okay. Next question. Whenever we are told to hate our brothers, when do you think this happens? Why? Who tells us? And should we do as we are told at such times? And what does the poet say? Okay. So in this question, first of all, we are given with one line from the poem. The line is, whenever we are told to hate our brothers. Okay. So after reading this line, now we have to answer that, you know, first of all, we have to tell when do you think this happens? Okay. Then we have to tell the reason why. Then we have to tell who tells us, okay. So who are the people who tell us to hate each other, okay. Then we have to tell should we do as we are told at such time, and lastly we have to tell that what does the poet say about it, okay. So we have to write all the answers here, okay. So let's start the answer. Whenever there is war or any kind of differences between two countries, we are told to hate the citizens of the other countries, okay. So when this thing happens, okay, so when there is a war, or we can say when there is some kind of differences between the two countries, okay. So at that time we are told to hate the people, or we can say the citizens of the other countries, okay. Next, some political leaders tell us to do so for their personal gains, okay. So now who are the people, who are those people who tell us to hate each other? So some political leaders are there, okay, or we can say some businessmen are there, some groups or some organizations are there, okay, and war is beneficial for them, okay. So for their personal gains, for their personal profit, okay, they want war, okay, they want that there should be hatred, there should be violence in the world, okay. No, we should not do as we are told at such time, okay. So now we have to answer that what should we do, okay. So we should not do as we are told, okay, at such times. Instead we should understand that war is futile, okay, and we should analysis the situation before jumping to any conclusion, okay. So we should not hate each other, right, but we should understand that war is futile, war is meaningless, war is useless, okay. War is not at all beneficial to anyone, and we should analysis the situation, okay, before jumping to any conclusion. Clear? We should not forget the humanity, okay, and we should not forget this thing that we all are humans, okay. So a feeling of oneness, or we can say a feeling of brotherhood should be there in our mind, in our heart, okay. The poet says that by hating our brothers, or we can say the people of another country, we dispossess, betray and condemn ourselves, okay. And the last question was that what is the poet's opinion, or we can say what does the poet say about it. So the poet says that by hating our brothers, okay, if we are hating the citizens of other countries, if we are hating the other people, okay, then we are causing a lot of harm to ourselves, okay, because we are dispersing, we are betraying and we are condemn ourselves, okay. So we are depriving ourselves from all the goodness, from all the good quality, okay, and we are cheating ourselves. Why? Because we are human beings, so we should have some good qualities, okay, but instead of good qualities, if there is hatred in our mind, it means we are cheating with ourselves, okay, and we are criticizing ourselves, okay, if there is a feeling of hatred in our mind. Clear? So students, we have completed all the questions here. I hope the poem explanation and all the question answers, everything is clear to you all, okay. And after reading the poem, I am very much sure that a feeling of humanity, a feeling of brotherhood and oneness is there in your mind, in your heart, okay. So in the next video, we will start reading with our next chapter from the book Beehive. So see you in the next video. Thank you.